The Scottish League is coming to its conclusion with yet another campaign dominated by Celtic and Brendan Rodgers, who are on course to repeat last year's heroics with yet another treble. However, there still appears to be a lot of excitement for their biggest rivals Rangers, who will be looking ahead already next season in order to close the huge gap that has opened between the two Glasgow clubs. The appointment of Rodgers' former Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard just days ago has already cast a light on what has been a truly underwhelming season for the Gers. Despite financial restraints at the club, the appointment of Reds legend Gerrard will mean a big recruitment plan in place for the summer. Gerrard will begin work as Rangers manager in the summer, with Jimmy Nicholl and Jonathan Johansson taking over as a caretaker management duo for the remaining 2 games this season. The profile of the former England captain will undoubtedly attract a number of top players to the Ibrox. But what 3 players should the new Rangers boss consider to close the gap between his new rivals? Simon Mignolet, photo by Paul Ellis, Getty Images. The Belgian goalkeeper, who had been Liverpool's #1 for the past 5 seasons, has fallen down the pecking order at Anfield, and a new club destination could be the perfect opportunity to revitalise his fading career. Mignolet, who played alongside Gerrard for 2 years after joining the club from Sunderland in 2013, congratulated Gerrard on Twitter after his appointment and could be the perfect signing for Rangers. With vast experience across the Premier League for many years and his Liverpool career looking more jaded, due to the form of Lloris Karius, Mignolet needs picking back up, and his former captain may just be the man to do it. Harry Wilson, photo by Ashley Allen, Getty Images. A player Gerrard will know all but too well, Harry Wilson has been one of the brightest prospects in the Liverpool academy for many years, and his recent form in the Championship is highlighting why there is such a buzz for this talented youngster. Since departing for a temporary move to Hull in the January window, the 21-year-old has been in fine form, netting 7 goals in 13 appearances to help Nigel Adkins' side avoid any fears of relegation before the final day. The youngster also made his international debut in his first start for Wales under new boss Ryan Giggs and netted a maiden goal for his country in China. Despite an injury-hit start to 2017-18, which meant missing the whole of the pre-season, Wilson quickly returned to action with the under-23s and was in fine form, firing a hat-trick against Spurs at Anfield back in September. After Wilson's final game for Hull took place yesterday in a 1-1 draw with Brentford, it means the Liverpool loanee will return to his parent club as he prepares for pre-season. Despite the winger's talents, it seems impossible to think that Wilson could break into Liverpool's irreplaceable Fab 3, which means another loan move would be the best option for his development. Gerrard, therefore, would be the perfect man to coach the 21-year-old. After all, he has already managed him in the Champions League for Liverpool under-19s this season and will know full well just what the young forward is capable of. James MacArthur, photo by Ian Kington, Getty Images. Boyhood Gers fan James MacArthur was one of the many players to highlight his excitement of Gerrard being appointed as manager of Rangers. The current Crystal Palace midfielder has been a fundamental player for the Eagles over the last few seasons and, despite having 2 years left on his Palace contract, Gerrard just could be the man to lure him away from Selhurst Park. The biggest difficulty for Rangers is that the 30-year-old will not be a free agent this summer, and it seems unlikely that the club could afford a transfer fee for a player proven in the top flight of English football and with another 2 years on his current contract. A deal for MacArthur would be difficult for the Gers, despite his boyhood allegiance to the Scottish side. However, the appointment of Gerrard showed the ambition the club had been lacking for many years, and the Englishman could be the manager who is finally given the license to break the back and bring in the players to change the fortune of the football club.